Have you ever wondered what really goes on behind the scenes of your favorite YouTube channels? What if I told you that the seemingly generous world of MrBeast might not be as genuine as it appears? Today, we're diving into an eye-opening expose that might change how you see one of YouTube's biggest stars. MrBeast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, has built his reputation on extravagant giveaways and acts of charity. But what if I told you that there are claims his operations involve rigged videos, illegal lotteries, and even fraudulent merchandise? Meet Mark Johnson, a former employee who alleges that MrBeast's empire is riddled with deception. Have you ever thought about how MrBeast builds trust with his audience? His videos often show him giving away large sums of money, expensive cars, and even entire houses. But how genuine is this generosity? Johnson claims that many of these acts are carefully staged to manipulate viewers. Imagine believing you could win big just by subscribing or buying merchandise. But what if the reality is far more orchestrated than you think? Let's start with the idea of authenticity. MrBeast's videos are portrayed as real and unscripted. But did you know that CGI effects, staged events, and predetermined outcomes are allegedly common? Johnson reveals that many contestants are not random subscribers but employees or friends, ensuring the results can be controlled to create more compelling content. How would you feel if you found out that your chances of participating were never real to begin with? Consider the giveaways. They seem generous, right? But what if I told you they might be illegal lotteries? According to the FTC, a lottery involves a prize, random chance, and payment. Johnson argues that MrBeast's giveaways often meet these criteria, making them potentially illegal. During live streams, viewers are encouraged to purchase merchandise to win prizes. But what happens when these promises aren't kept? Imagine spending your hard-earned money on merch, hoping to win a PlayStation or a cash prize, only to get nothing. How would that make you feel? Do you believe MrBeast when he says his videos are unscripted? Johnson claims otherwise. In one instance, a challenge video purportedly featuring random subscribers was actually filled with employees and friends. This manipulation extends to the outcomes, which are often rigged to create dramatic and engaging stories. How does this change your view of the content you've been watching? Then there's the issue of signed merchandise. What if the signed MrBeast memorabilia you bought wasn't signed by MrBeast at all? Johnson alleges that many items were signed by other employees, not Jimmy himself. How would you feel knowing that your prized possession might be a fraud? Let's talk about MrBeast's snack company, Feastables. It was marketed as a healthier alternative to traditional candy. But did you know the formula has changed? Johnson reveals it now contains more sugar and calories, contradicting the initial health claims. Imagine buying these snacks thinking they're good for you, only to find out they're not. How would you react? What about the ethical concerns of promoting gambling to children? MrBeast's lotteries and giveaways often blur the lines of legality. Johnson suggests these practices introduce young viewers to gambling, setting a dangerous precedent. Imagine being a kid, watching your idol, and getting introduced to gambling through seemingly innocent giveaways. What kind of impact could that have on your future? Johnson shares testimonies from viewers who spent significant amounts of money hoping to win prizes, only to be disappointed. How does it feel to know that people might be spending money they can't afford, all based on promises that aren't fulfilled? One viewer spent hundreds of dollars on merchandise during a live stream, believing they had a high chance of winning a valuable prize, but ended up with nothing more than the basic product they purchased. How would you feel in their shoes? In the end, Johnson pulls back the curtain on MrBeast's seemingly generous empire, revealing a business model built on manipulation and deceit. He argues that MrBeast's success is based not on genuine generosity, but on carefully crafted strategies designed to exploit the trust of his young audience for profit. How does this change your perspective on MrBeast's content? Johnson's expose calls for viewers to be more critical of the content they consume and to question the motives behind seemingly generous acts. He warns that in the world of YouTube, not everything that glitters is gold. Sometimes the reality is far darker than it appears. How can you be more vigilant and critical of the content you watch? The allegations made by Mark Johnson present a detailed and critical look at MrBeast's practices, highlighting ethical concerns and potential legal issues. The story calls for a more informed and questioning audience, capable of seeing beyond the surface and understanding the deeper implications of the content they engage with. So, the next time you watch a MrBeast video, ask yourself, is everything as it seems? Are the giveaways real? Or is there more going on behind the scenes? How can you protect yourself from being manipulated by the content you consume?